Joining us now is Joyce Smithey. She's an employment attorney. Joyce, thanks for being with us this morning. What should employees do if the virus does indeed spread to their office?
Sure. I think the steps that an employee can do start now. Certainly prevention starts at home. The washing of the hands, that we're hearing, coughing into elbows or Kleenexes that you dispose of. And preparing to have telework in place should we need to make a transition out of our workplaces to allow people to work from home. So anything you can do now to start setting up employees' ability to telework is a good plan.
What do you tell people when you hear about what to do as far as wearing masks? The World Health Organization says it's okay to wear masks. Then you have the U.S. Surgeon General saying don't wear a mask. What do you have to say about that?
I'm a lawyer, not a doctor, but I've heard the conflicting information coming from different organizations. From everything I understand, certainly the washing your hands and the using antibacterial wipes and gels on hard surfaces is certainly the priority over the masks. I think other than that, the masks are perhaps preventative, certainly good if you're going to be around high-risk individuals or working in the healthcare field.
Joyce, this question might not have to do with your day-to-day work as an attorney, but it is custom for most employees to either shake hands or have business meetings with people where they come into close contact with people. From a social setting, should we be changing how we're interacting with people in the office?
I don't know that you need to change how you interact with people, but I certainly think you need to be more aware right now of washing your hands, having antibacterial gel in your pocket after you shake a lot of hands. So certainly I haven't changed any of my behaviors as far as shaking hands, but I am carrying wipes and gel in my handbag, and I turn around and use them right away.
All right, some places around the world, there are going to be calls here for reducing social contact like we were talking about in order to contain the spread of the virus. Actually, in Japan, it was ordered for all schools to close, actually starting today until April. They're just trying to stop the spread of the disease. So what do we do if something like that starts to happen here, where schools start to close, things like that?
Sure. Again, the more that workplaces can have telework in place, not just for people getting ill, but for people whose schools close and they need to be home for childcare purposes. And I think from an employee perspective, they should be prudent in how they're using their vacation time right now and saving some time should schools close and they need more paid time off. So I think there are a lot of preparation steps we can be taking now in case those schools do close.
Again, you mentioned this idea of working from home. Of course, in some jobs, that's not a possibility. But if it were to be for an employee, how should they be going about presenting that to their employer and asking for that opportunity?
Sure, that's a great question. Employees can be very proactive. They can put together a plan that tells their employer exactly how they plan to be accountable, what their job duties are, and addressing how they can do each job duty. For some of us who are on a computer all day, it's easier. But if you are involved in day-to-day facial interactions, proposing things like Skype, solving the problems for your employer in that proposal so that they can walk through your job duties and see how they are done with you working from home.
Yeah, that may be tough because employers here are ultimately responsible for their employees, right, and creating a safe environment. And with all the anxiety that goes into thinking about coronavirus, how do you keep your employees calm through this? Do you send out a mass email saying, hey, we're going to double the efforts of our cleaning service or a bottle of Purell for everyone? I mean, what can employers do to ease anxieties?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think certainly having Purell or any other antibacterial wipes or gel available is a great idea. Talking to your cleaning services and making sure that surfaces are getting that extra wipe. As we know, one of the dangers here is how long the virus can last on a hard surface. I think all of those help. And I think you can even be communicating with employees and let them know you want to be proactive and you want to discuss with them their needs as this situation develops so that they understand you're watching it too, and certainly encourage employees who are sick to stay home. And the more you can do to help them either work from home or stay home and not work when they're sick will certainly help inspire confidence that someone's not going to bring this virus into work.
All right, that's some very helpful advice as to how to stay healthy in the workplace. It's Joyce Smithey. She's an employment attorney. Thanks so much.